actually setting this up for Gale Street Inn right now.
Yeah, it's not going to go live. Cause we're not
No. But like, this is how it would go.
But this is how it would go. And I like to use a live restaurant because then you can kind of see the experience. And so we go to Yelp and Google My Business Listings, and we go, here's the name, here's the zip code, do we find a match? And then we come back and say, yeah, here we go, here's the match. So you're going to say, yep, it's me.
Those other places are pretty competitive to Gale Street.
So we pull in
That's not by accident.
No.
Wow.
So then what we do is we go to the website and we say, is there a logo on the website? And in this particular case, there is, right? Because if you think about this, and you see on the right, we're kind of like building a promotion almost, right?
Thank you.
So if you think about this, there's this step-by-step process of, if I'm going to automate things for you, the restaurant, I need to have your brand assets. I need to know how to replicate your look, kind of, right? So that's step one. So that's what we're going through here. Then I need to have access to customers, so I can actually push this out. And then lastly, I need to know what are you authorizing me to do? And you'll see the logic as we walk through this. So right now, I'm getting the brand assets to recreate your look and feel on the website, right? So the difficulty is, if I didn't have this automation in place, we come to a screen right now that says upload your logo. Well, there's a lot of guys that they don't know where their logo is, right? And so we're trying to make it as easy as possible. Now, automation of this type, maybe it doesn't get the right logo, and you're like, well, I've got one I want to upload. You just upload it here. But we're going to say, all right, cool, that's right. So now this is probably not going to work because it's a picture. What it does is it actually analyzes the logo and then says, based on the logo, we think these are your colors, right? So it came back and looked and was like, oh, there's black everywhere. So
that's just a match.
Right?
Okay.
So we're going to say, no, that's not quite. We're going to go these two colors here, right? You can change it to whatever you want. So now I've got kind of colors, I've got your logo. You're going to see later on in the process, as it currently sits, there's food imagery. In this current flow, it sits later. We're pulling it forward. So this is one of the changes we're making, it's going to actually come right after the colors. So it goes logo, color, food imagery. I'll walk you through that when we get there, but just calling out that difference. So here's where you're going to start connecting customer audiences. So to start off, here's Facebook and Twitter. Instagram has to be integrated through the ad platform. It's
Instagram.
And it's technical, so it's just a technical distinction.
Yeah.
It means Facebook, I can just connect the API and it's good. With Instagram, we have to do it differently. So Instagram's not live today. It's coming live in a month or two.
Okay.
So we'll have it there. And you'll notice, and this is changing because I think it's confusing, but right now it says connected for email and Instagram. The reason it says that is that we're actually going to send it through our platform so that we can measure and see how everything's interacting. So what it's really trying to say is we're covering this for you. So just connect your Facebook and Twitter. This is going to change a little bit too, because then the next screen is you'll see MailChimp as an email provider. That's going to pull back over to the other screen, and so you'll have MailChimp and Square, Clover, Toast, and etc.
Okay.
And so then this screen will only be about the point of sale integration. So in all of these, if you hit plus, it pulls up a screen where you just put in your username and login.
That's all it takes.
Authorize. It'll pop up a screen saying, "Are you authorizing this platform to access your data?" You say yes, and now I've got everything I need. So if you think about this, the rest of the steps, I'm just saying, "Yep, you got it right. Yep, you got it right. Nope, tweak this color. Yep, you got it right." So now here, I'm going to click on Facebook. I'm going to log it in. I now have access to your Facebook database. I'm coming here. I'm going to connect my MailChimp. Now I've got access to your email database. I'm not sending through MailChimp, but I am importing your customers.
And I'm sure there's like a privacy policy, right, where you have access to certain information, you don't have access to other information, you can do this, you can't do that. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yep, and that's on the main website and when you're creating, what I skipped here is the actual very first step is you create your own personal profile, and then
as a
person. And then you go set your restaurant up under your personal profile. So
you're the administrator of the restaurant.
I skipped that part because
sure.
But you do that, and in that there's the privacy policy and the terms and conditions that you approve. And we haven't covered this, but it's very important to us that the customers are property of the restaurant. So we don't believe that they're our customers, if you will, right? We do aggregate and look at behaviors, so our system works better. But if you're uploading customers, that's your customer, right? It's not another restaurant's customer.
Yeah.
It's not, you own the restaurant. If you decide to leave us, you can export your customer list and take it with you, and it's your customer. And we're CAN-SPAM compliant, so we're looking very closely at making sure that we are following all the proper protocols for
GDPN.
Well, GDPR is European. We don't.
GDPR.
I'm
just trying to throw some fancy acronyms at you, so
GDPR
it appears as though I know what I'm talking about.
GDPR is European. We don't need to comply with it yet until we go over to Europe. So we're U.S. focused right now. California does have the CCPA coming live in January, so we're staying ahead of that for California, so all of that. So we're very particular about making sure that data is encrypted, that we're not exposing data, that you own what you do have. And
is it Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud? What do you?
Yeah, no, we're Amazon Web Services.
Do you have to be in the Pacific Northwest?
No. Well, the other big one here is Azure. I mean, Amazon Web Services and Microsoft Azure are both.
What about Google?
Seattle.
Google Cloud? No.
Fine. Amazon is just.
It's Amazon.
It's big and easy.
Yeah. They seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're not, the distinctions between the three of them really aren't that.
Yeah.
It's basically your lead architect, whichever one he's comfortable in is what you do. Is more or less what it is.
Okay.
So here, what I've done now, but at the end of this, so after I've done Square or whichever your point of sale system is, and I've done the MailChimp, I now have thousands. If I've done that integration, I've got thousands of customers
Right
there. And with Square and Clover and Toast, they have flags for whether people have opted into marketing or not. So we're pulling that data over to make sure that, again, these people have said they want to work with you. And if they haven't, we're building out an automated way to message those people with an opt-in message
that is
compliant
with everything.
The reason it's not live now is we have the lawyers actually working on it to make sure that we've checked all the bases.
Lawyers always win.
Yeah, they do always win. So, in the logic here, I mentioned the imagery.
Yeah,
this is popping back earlier because it's part of that brand image, if you will. So, after next week, this will be back after the colors.
But I could also take my own images, right?
You could. So what we're doing is, this experience is actually going to change pretty dramatically. So, John has been, as our creative genius,
I think that's you.
Yep. Has gone and pulled like 900. So we have access to a lot of food library images. So we have about 900 images that we have the rights to utilize that are categorized by each different food category. So we have about 100 different food categories. And then we categorize it by time of day.
So if I want to do like Thai,
correct,
I can use your image or I can take my own.
Correct. So I'm again presuming you don't have your own.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say here's the ones, and you're going to tell me that's fine. So this experience is going to change pretty dramatically. Right now it's a drop down and you have to go click on this and it's tag based, which meant that we don't actually know what's showing up. It's just we're assuming the tag is accurate. So what is going live as of next week is we'll have these almost 1,000 images categorized by 100 different food categories and by time of day. So if I'm a French restaurant and I'm pushing out a breakfast email, I don't want ossobuco showing up on there, right?
Right.
I need
That'll be an ever expanding portfolio too. I mean, the goal is to have thousands and thousands and thousands of photos. So there's more for it to choose from.
Right. So what's going to happen here, where this experience is going to change, is you're going to come to this screen, and it's actually going to say, "We show your restaurant as a Thai restaurant, and here's the images that we're going to use for you." And you say, "Yep, that's cool. You got it right." If not, you can say, "No, I'm actually this category."
Well, and you can theoretically, as people begin to upload their own images, maybe those images can be shared by other people on the platform. That's sort of like a crowdsourced photo sharing.
Well, we're probably gonna if you're uploading your own images, we're probably gonna keep it to your restaurant, just because the rights become tricky.
Yeah.
Right? I'd have to. If I'm gonna use your images on. What if the competitive Thai restaurant next door signs up and
they're using your
and
images?
using your images?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be happy about that.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
So what'll happen is then this will actually tell you, and we're using the Yelp categorization. So this will tell you, hey, we're showing you're a Thai restaurant. Here's the images we have associated. Are we good to use these? If the category is wrong, you'll have a chance to select a different category, and then that will then pull up the images associated with that category. So you'll say, yeah, you got it right, or I have my own I want to upload, and then you upload your own images. So it's either or. So this experience will actually change pretty dramatically. Actually, he's probably Gill Street. We'll go American food. We'll say, yeah, you got this. You can tell this is why we're changing.
Yeah,
this.
no, for sure.
The tag system is messy. But also what you're seeing over here is it's kind of building the idea
Yep.
of promotion in real time for you. So what we've done to this point is I now have everything I need to recreate your brand. I have integration with your customers in theory.
You've got your mise en place.
Okay, yeah. And so now I just need a couple more details. So here's a series of offers. What are you willing to let me send out on your behalf? You'll let me do BOGOs, you'll let me do dollars off, you'll let me do percent off, etc. So I say, all right, cool. So now, this is whether you have point of sale or not. I still want to know what you as the business owner say your slow times are, right? So you're going to say Monday dinner slow, Tuesday lunch is slow, Sunday dinner is slow. Now, if you're a guy who's really slow and you put like 12 times in here,
Yeah.
we have a logic in place that's not going to send out 12 emails every week because you're going to just piss off your customers.
Right.
So we have we probably won't send, as a default, we won't send more than 3 offers a week. So if you give me a ton of times, we're going to build out a calendar that said, we're going to build it out in such a way that we don't send more than 3 a week. We space the offers out, so we're trying to give a day in between each offer.
So are you keeping track of, if I go to Gale Street Inn and I live in Jefferson Park, but I work in the city,
No.
you're not gonna, or like if I drive by the Jefferson Park, you like pick up the Wi-Fi codes?
That would require me to track your location data. We're staying away from that right now.
Okay.
So I am tracking your behavior. So I'm noting that you're going into Gale Street Inn on these days. You're ordering these items. I'm tracking.
So you do track that?
Yeah, I do track that.
But in time, I mean, maybe it goes that way.
We could go that way. I think location data is gonna get pretty drastically beat up in the privacy. So our initial plan was to actually build it all around location data. But location data has a cost. It has a freshness problem, if you will, in the sense that for a lot of the providers, the data is actually not as fresh as you think it is.
Yeah.
And more importantly, there's privacy potential problems, right, at a user level. So we actually pivoted earlier this year away from location and back to actual transactional point of sale integration.
Okay.
Because it's better for us for frankly a lot of reasons.
So now you're at 9.
So you as a restaurant teller, what?
Now you're at step 9.
Yeah, so you as the restaurant tell me, as the owner says, this is what I think I'm
Yeah.
slow. Now, if I have point of sale integration, I'm still going to start with this as my starting calendar. But as I measure transactions, I'm going to look and I'm going to start noticing that, well, this is what you said are slow, but your Wednesday breakfasts just are terrible. So I'm going to actually go create eventually a Wednesday breakfast and put it in there and tell you. And as long as you're okay with it, I'm going to send it out because it's showing me that it's slow.
Hey, I have to run my.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Nice meeting you, man.
Do you have a card? Or should I just get
yeah, I have a
the...
card, good, right?
Sorry, I don't have any cards.
So then, last thing I need from you is, what are the terms and conditions? Got to purchase food item, got to be present. Okay, cool. You can create more too if you want. So now it's actually going and building. It's taking your brand assets, it's taking the schedule, it's taking the offers. It's actually building that little spinny wheel at the bottom.
Oh.
Is building all the promotions. So now when I hit get started, so this is the old backend keyword. This is completely changing. But I now have created all of these specials and promotions.
Wow.
That are scheduled. Like if you don't do anything.
Based on your... Holy shit.
Yeah. So I told you, there's no people behind the scenes. This is
Okay,
all.
I'm gonna cut this off in a second. Any last words?
I mean, I need to drive on average probably 2 customers a special to generate value. Actually, less than that. I need to drive 1.5 cusumers per special.
Per shift, like per time period.
To be positive ROI for you.
You need to sign up. That's all I have to say. I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Okay.
Yeah.